The biggest breaking news regarding the Israel-Iran conflict has emerged. Israel has destroyed Iran's nuclear sites. Today, at 1:30 a.m., Israel launched Operation Rising Lion against Iran. At 3 a.m., the Israeli defense minister declared a state of emergency in Israel. Israel attacked 3 of Iran's nuclear sites, namely Natanz, Qintab, and Qoromabad, which are responsible for producing nuclear weapons. Another shocking piece of news is that Israel has killed high-ranking Iranian military officers. Hassan Soleimani, the commander of Iran's elite Revolutionary Guard, has been killed. Ali Hajizadeh, the commander of Iran's Air and Aerospace Force, has also been killed. Mohammad Bagheri, the chief of General Staff of Iran, which is the highest post in the Iranian military, has been killed. He had successfully launched Operation True Promise 2. Currently, he is revered as a god in Iran. There are reports that Bagheri, considered the second or third most important person after Ali Khamenei, has been killed. However, Iran is denying these reports. Israel has significantly escalated the situation. All of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's closest confidants have been killed. This is a massive escalation for 2025. In this video, you can see how Natanz nuclear site, Iran's most important and largest nuclear site, is burning. Iranian media is also showing that the Natanz nuclear site has burned down. A state of emergency has been declared across Israel. A no-fly zone has been declared in Israel. All Americans are relocating from Israel to various other regions. Information also suggests that Ali Shakani, the head of Iran's nuclear program, has died in this attack. It is reported that all nuclear scientists involved in manufacturing nuclear weapons in Iran were systematically hunted down and killed. There are also reports that Ismail Qani, the head of Iran's Quds Force, is being targeted for assassination. All of this is very recent news and may not yet be in the mainstream media. Why did Israel suddenly attack Iran? I will explain step by step, point by point, how Iran is going to retaliate. Operation Rising Lion is a military operation launched by Israel to counter the threat from Iran to its very survival. This operation will continue for many days as it aims to eliminate Iran's nuclear threat. On October 1st, 2024, Israel killed Sinwar of Hamas and Ismail Haniyeh. In retaliation, in the first week of October, Iran attacked Israel, firing nearly 200 missiles into Israel. This operation is called Operation True Promise 2. In response, on October 26th, Israel launched a coordinated and planned counterattack on Iran. They attacked Iran with missiles, fighter jets, and bunker buster bombs. However, in this counterattack, Israel did not directly attack Iran's nuclear sites. Perhaps they jammed Iran's nuclear program through software, rather than physically destroying the nuclear sites. U.S. presidential elections were held from November 5th. Iran did not retaliate against Israel before the elections to avoid escalating the conflict. In fact, Iran should have launched Operation True Promise 3 against Israel on November 3rd or November 4th. During this conflict, Donald Trump said that Israel made a mistake and should have attacked Iran's nuclear sites. He also stated that if he were president, he would prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. What gives Iran its confidence? Iran has completed nearly 60% of its nuclear enrichment. If Iran acquires nuclear weapons, it will become very powerful in the Middle East, even more powerful than Saudi Arabia. Israel would have to think 10 times before attacking a nuclear-armed country. If Iran were to fire a nuclear missile at Israel, even if Israel's Iron Dome intercepted and destroyed it in midair, the explosion and subsequent radiation leak could kill Israeli citizens. If there were a nuclear leak in Israel, many people would not want to live there. Many companies would shift from Israel to Europe or America. So this is a danger that Israel faces. If Iran gets nuclear weapons, it would mean the end of Israel, because once Iran has nuclear capability, Israel would have to sit at the negotiating table. This is a threat to Israel's very survival. That's why Israel is very strict when it comes to Iran's nuclear weapons. Since the 1970s, Israel has been destroying Iran's nuclear tests and killing Iranian nuclear scientists. After Trump became president, he held talks with Iran about nuclear weapons. America proposed that Iran should stop nuclear enrichment. Conditions were placed that they should not manufacture ballistic or hypersonic missiles. Iran completely rejected this proposal. Iran has consistently stated, "Who are you to stop us? This is our right. We will make nuclear weapons." The latest information received by Israel, which came last month, is that Iran has 250 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium. With this, Israel has intelligence that Iran will test and manufacture approximately 10 to 15 nuclear weapons within a few months, possibly by July or August. This is a clear and present danger. So Israel understood that Iran would become a nuclear power country in another 1 or 2 months. Israel feared that if Iran was not stopped now, it could attack Israel with nuclear weapons in the future. Planning for an attack on Iran has been ongoing for the past 10 days. The U.S. also provided intelligence that Israel was going to attack Iran's nuclear facilities. Talks held in Oman last week failed. Here, Iran went a step further and firmly stated, "We will increase our centrifuges. We will produce more weapons. We will produce ballistic missiles. We will produce about 10,000 ballistic missiles and more nuclear weapons. No one can stop us. Benjamin Netanyahu warned that Iran was preparing to produce 10,000 ballistic missiles in the next 10 days. For the past 2 days, the U.S. has been withdrawing its diplomats from the Middle East, from Iran and Israel. This means they were already being warned. They chose the right time. Today, before Fajr prayers, Israel attacked Iran. The attack was carried out in 3 ways. Fifth-generation F-35 fighter jets were used to penetrate Iran and attack nuclear sites with bunker-buster bombs. Long-range missile attack. Without entering Iran and without crossing the Iranian border, long-range missiles called Jericho were used to attack Iran. Cyber and electronic warfare. Using software like Stuxnet and jammers, Israel jammed Iran's anti-missile defense systems even before launching the attack. Iran has anti-missile defense systems from China and Russia, similar to how India jammed China's S-400 missile defense system in Operation Sindoor. Israel first jammed the systems and then attacked. After Iran's anti-missile defense systems were jammed, they entered the battlefield. Reports also suggest that missiles were fired from submarines in the Red Sea. After these attacks, Netanyahu stepped in and stated, "We primarily attacked Iran's nuclear plants. This operation will continue." He expressed his gratitude to Trump. The U.S. has stepped in and is stating that they have no connection to this attack. On one hand, Netanyahu is thanking Trump. On the other hand, Marco Rubio is saying, "We have no connection to this attack. Israel acted in self-defense. Iran, please do not attack our other military bases in the Middle East. Do not retaliate against us." This is how Iran is being warned. Israel primarily targeted 4 locations: nuclear sites where atomic weapons are being rapidly produced, such as Natanz and Qoromabad; offices of Iran's Quds Force commanders. They attacked buildings of Iranian military officers and key command centers of Iran. They attacked places where Iranian commanders are located. Hussein Salami, the commander of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, has been killed. Salami was no ordinary person. He was the one who had recently threatened Israel with missile attacks, and now he has been killed. Nuclear scientists were targeted. Iran's chief of defense staff was killed. Thus, Operation Rising Lion was coordinated and planned. Targets were already selected. They jammed Iran's anti-missile defense system and then attacked. They destroyed the nuclear sites themselves. Iran will definitely retaliate for this. Iran is expected to respond in 3 ways. They will attack Israel with ballistic missiles and drones from Iran. They will use barrages of quadcopter drones. They will try to attack Israel by sending around 400, 500 cheap Chinese quadcopter drones, similar to how Pakistan attacked India. Through the Houthis, they will attack Israeli ships or American ships in the Red Sea. They will carry out terrorist acts in Israel or attack inside Israel through suicide bombers. Where is Turkey now? If you have the guts, ask the Islamic nation of Iran to support them. If you have the guts, send weapons to Iran. Now, the hypocrisy of so-called Islamic nations like Turkey and Pakistan is being exposed. Ask Pakistan and Turkey to support Iran. Ask them to officially support Iran with Bayraktar drones. Let's see. Let Pakistan, Turkey, and Azerbaijan officially come forward and stand firmly saying, Iran is an Islamic nation, an nation. We are behind Iran. They won't stand. They keep saying, J, right? If you have the guts, ask Asim Munir to issue a fatwa against Israel. Or ask Azerbaijan, Pakistan, and Turkey to attack Israel. They are right next to it. Turkey and Azerbaijan are right next to Israel. Can't Turkey and Azerbaijan attack Israel? Do you understand their hypocrisy? That's why I criticize Turkey and Azerbaijan. They choose targets selectively. They fundamentally do not have the courage to attack Israel. If they were to attack Israel, the very next day, Israel would wipe out both Turkey and Azerbaijan. Israel also does not listen to America. In reality, America works for Israel. 25% of entrepreneurs and wealthy individuals in America are Israelis. If Donald Trump works for Israel, countries like Turkey and Pakistan will sit quietly. Even America will not interfere with Israel. I will continue to provide you with updates on the Israel-Iran war. If you like the content, please like the video. If you want more such content and updates, please subscribe to the channel. Jai Hind.